analogy about a ship. So a ship, in order for it to sail, has to have certain elements, doesn't it? It has to be constructed well. It has to have, the planks have to be good, the mast has to be good. Not only that, it has to have a good crew, and it has to have a good plan, and it has to follow through and have integrity throughout. If one of those things drops off, if one of those things is not good, the ship will most likely not either A, not get to its destination, or B, sink. Okay, so the same goes with these texts. The elements that make up the text are things like what? What makes up a characters? Setting, good.
You like emotional aspect?
Yeah, we should go in with characters. The plot line has to make sense and be believable throughout. What else, Tama?
Oh,
Nothing. Okay. If one of those things drops off, then it's not going to stand the test of time. Readers won't take it seriously, and readers won't continue coming back. So this book is chosen why? Why did they choose this book for you to study, do you reckon? Has it stood the test of time? Has it been a popular book for Australians for quite? It has. So why? Why has it struck a chord with Australians? What is it about this book that many Australians kind of can relate to and can see that it's a really top quality book? It does. The vernacular works. It's realistic. We can tap into that. We can think, hey, yeah, I can relate to that. My uncle speaks like that, or my grandma speaks like that, or sometimes I even slip into that. And it has the themes and the values that are important to Australia as a nation. The house represents Australia, and because it's that epic saga type story over a long period of time, it taps into the historical events that were significant for our nation. So do all those things, the characters, the plot, the style, the setting, the values and the themes, do they all ring true and have integrity for the book as a whole? Yes, they do. Okay, good. So from the Board of Studies, what you have to understand is this concept of textual integrity, which can be a little bit hard to understand. That's why I showed you that clip, because even though what she was saying was not true, it married up with itself. And this is what thieves and criminals and murderers do as well. They come up with their little excuse, their story, whatever it may be, and they try and make it make sense. Try and make it make sense to them for their whole life and over their criminal history. And they make up this big cockamamie story in their head, but it kind of rings true to them because everything has matched up and everything works together for their story. Okay, does that make sense? What the Board of Studies wants you to do is to understand the way that textual integrity is evidenced in your particular text. Okay, so that's why you need to be very familiar with the plot and the characters and the values and the language techniques, the vernacular, the descriptive language, all of those things, so that you can write about it. And you can say, this is why this text rings true. This is why it has integrity. Because, and you can deconstruct, like imagine that ship that I talked about before, you can deconstruct all those elements and say, this is how Tim Winton has put them together so that this text can stand the test of time. All right, so I have a handout for you, which I shall give you, and